Chapter 3, Lesson 1 and 2, Place Value through Thousandths. What we're going to be working with today are the three digits to the right of the decimal. The tenths, hundredths, and thousandths place. Now, this example here, we have 1,623,051. The next one, we have 0.053. Well, looking at the chart, we have 0.053. We look at the last digit, and that tells us what place it's at. So this would be read as 53 thousandths. The next one, 32.4. 32.4. We look at that last digit, the 4, and that tells us the place value, tenths. So this would be 32 and 4 tenths. We don't say point. All of these decimals, when we say them, we call it and. 32 and 4 tenths. If there's no number in front of it, we don't need to say anything. For example, 53. That would just be 53 thousandths. So for the homework, what they're going to have to do is they're going to have to write the number in word form or write it from word form into a number. So this one, 3.27. Again, we don't say point, we say and. 3 and 27, is it ones, tenths, or hundredths? Ones, tenths, hundredths. So this one would be read as 3 and 27 hundredths. Tenths, hundredths, thousandths. Three and 27 hundredths. This one, 17 and 5 thousandths. We want you to rewrite it in a word form. 17 and 5 thousandths. So 17 and, again, is the decimal, 5 thousandths. Remember, we're looking for just one number in the thousandths place. Tenths, hundredths, thousandths. That is how you would write 17 and 5 thousandths. If you wrote it this way, that would be 17 and 5 tenths. And if you wrote it this way, that's still 17 and 5 tenths, because if there's a 0 at the end, we don't count it. And if you wrote it this way, that is 17 and 5 hundredths, because here's your tenths place and this is in the hundredths place. So we've got the tenths, hundredths, thousandths. So here's part of their homework, number 1 through 6. We'll do number 2. It says 17 and 4 tenths. So 17 and 4 tenths. That's your tenths place. Tenths, hundredths, thousandths. So 17 and 4 tenths. For 4, 5, and 6, it says model each number using money. Use the fewest number of bills and coins. The fewest. So if it's asking for 50 cents, you'd say 2 quarters. You don't want to say 5 dimes or 4 dimes and 2 nickels. Let's try number 4. The way you would make that would be 3 $1 bills, and 1 nickel. And that is all you're doing for number 4, 5, and 6. For lesson 2, we're going to talk about place value through the billions. So it's going to include ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s, millions, and then we're going out this way. 10 millions, 100 millions, billions, 10 billions, and 100 billions. So this chart's kind of small, but we have your whole ones, thousands, millions, and billions here. And what they're going to do is they're going to write a word in 4 different ways. They're going to write it in standard form, which you can see here, the way that you regularly see a number. Expanded form shows the sum of the value of the digits. Expanded form with exponents using the power of 10, and word form. I'll use 240 as an example, a small number. 240, the way you see here, is standard form. To make it expanded form, we take the 200 plus 40. This is expanded form. Now if we wanted to do it in expanded form with exponents, we're going to take 2 times 10 to the second power plus 4 times 10 to the first power, because 200 has 2 zeros. So we just take that 2 times it by 10 to the second power because there are 2 zeros. 40, we take the 4, multiply that by 10, and there's only 1 zero, so that's why it's 4 times 10 to the first power. And the last way, word form. $240. Now we don't say 240, because if you say 240, then you're saying 240. So we don't say and, we just say 240. So number 1 here, it's in expanded form. They want you to write the number in standard form and word form. So I see I have 40,000, 5,000, 70, and 9. So this is going to be 45,079. Not that way. This way, 45,079. And they want it in word form. $45,079. Number 4 says 68,341. It says write each number in expanded form using exponents. 68,341. So I take my 6, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to count how many digits are to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that tells me this is going to be 6 times 10 to the 4th power. Plus, look at my 8. And to the right I have 3 digits. 3, 4, 1. 1, 2, 3. So that tells me I'm going to 8 times 10 to the 3rd power. Next, I look at my 3, and I can see I have 1, 2. So 3 times 10 to the second power. And I have 1 by itself with nothing after it. So just 1 times 10 to the first power. So that is how you would write 68,341. Did I forget a number? I did. We're at the 40. Four times 10 to the first power plus 1 times 10. So 6, 8, 3, 4, and 1. We're going to write each number from their homework. Write each number in standard form. So number 2 says 800,000, 40,000, 60, and 2. So 800,000, 4,000, 60, and 2. This way you can just bring them straight down. You get 804,062. For number 4, it says write each number in expanded form using exponents. Okay, this one's going to take a while. We have 702,946. So, I'm taking my 7. All these numbers are going to be times by 10. If there's a 0 in there, you don't have to do anything to that. You just leave it blank. The next one I have is a 2. So I can go ahead and do this to all the numbers. So first I have 7, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 places to the right of the 7. So that's going to be 7 times 10 to the 5th power. The 2, I have 3 places. Plus 9 times 10, and I've got 2 places. Next one is 4, and I have 1 place to that. And the last one would be 6 times 10 to the 0 power. So this whole problem would be right here for number 4. 7 times 10 to the 5th power, 2 times 10 to the 3rd power, 9 times 10 to the 2nd power, 4 times 10 to the 1st power, and then 6 times 10.